All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well, while learn this truth 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, the prophets, the servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth, and shalom to the Akwaf, which are the sisters that are sincere, and your children, shalom. And in today's video, as you brothers and sisters can see, it's another World War III update. And as you can see from the title, it says emergency alert, 80 nuclear codes transmitted, India's Modi orders military response. So you just got wars and rumors of wars popping off everywhere, man. You know, and this thing is heating up. So before we get into the video, I'm going to go to a precept, St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and I'm going to read that in the KJV and in the NLT, right? But this is the time period in which it is, brothers and sisters, that we're living in. We're living in a time of war. As it tells you in the book of Ecclesiastes, the Lord says that there is a time and place for everything, a time for war, a time for hate, a time for peace. But we're living in that time of war right now. And that's what's about to be taking place worldwide, especially in these other countries. But it's soon going to happen in the shores of Babylon the Great as well, right? So this is Matthew 24 and 6 in the KJV. And it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled," right? "For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet," right? And we know it's saying that all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It's basically talking about because there are more prophecies that has to come. Not a lot more, but just a few more, like the MOTB, Jacob's trouble. And once those things are, mainly that MOTB hip, once that's solidified and brought into the game, then we know that World War III, which is that nuclear destruction of Babylon the Great, and of other places, is soon, So I'm going to read that precept again, but in the NLT, right? This is Matthew 24:6 NLT. And it says, "And you will hear of wars and threats of wars." That's what you're hearing from the title I just read. India and Pakistan talking about how they're about to go to war with one another, threatening each other, and things of that nature. And these other different nations as well are talking about war. You still got the little hats over there in the land of Israel, talking about how they're going to go to war and bomb Iran soon and things of that nature. So, I mean, all of these things are happening, brothers and sisters. Wars, talks of wars, preparation of wars, people being ready for wars, ultimately getting their nuclear missiles and things of that nature ready to be shot off. Because we about to come into that third world war, man. And it's about to heat up, man. And it says, "But don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately," right? And going back to what I said earlier, it won't follow immediately because two major prophecies need to take place before ultimately this third world war can get nuclear and destroy Babylon and Great America. So we know that MOTB and Jacob's trouble is soon to happen because every day you're seeing something else in the news about this world war, man, that's constantly heating up day by day, And I'm going to get into the video, so bear with me so we can see what he's talking about, All right. There's the video. So I want to say fair use under the 1976 Copyright Act. I'm not getting paid for this video. This video is only for educational purposes only. So with that being said, fair use.
Emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now it is 14:24 Eastern Time here in the United States. And we have some major breaking news coming in from here in the U.S. and from Pakistan and from Eastern Europe. So since midnight, we had 78 emergency action messages. These are nuclear codes. They're targeting information that's sent out to our nuclear forces. 78 of these nuclear codes
Right, he says 78. And I'm used to watching things like this, so I know if it's 78, man, then that's a lot of codes that are being transported back and back from these bases and these bombers, man, and these submarines. So that's letting us know that this stuff is getting prepared to get ready to get hot, man. Like these things are about to happen, man. And people still out here playing. But I mean, this stuff is about to come upon people unawares, man. And I'm going to go to that precept. Bear with me. Because this stuff is going to come like a thief in the night, man. People are not going to be expecting these things to pop off. But they're about to pop off, man. This stuff is about to get hot, man. right? So this is First Thessalonians, and I'm gonna start at chapter 5, and I'm gonna start from the top, all right, in the KJV, and it says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." Verse 2, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, so cometh as a thief in the night." Verse 3, "For when they shall say peace and safety," right? And that's what they're telling the people, man. That's what Trump, the president of the U.S., is telling these Babylonians. You got everything happening in the world. World War III being builded up. You got food shortages coming soon. All of these different things happening around the world, especially in this place, America. And yet they're still telling people to be okay, to stay chill, to stay comfortable. It's going to get better, and all of these lies, right? So it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And that's the time period we're in, brothers and sisters, that this destruction is about to come suddenly upon these people, man. And that's why the Lord has us watching and paying attention to all of these events and things that are happening, so that these things don't come upon us unawares. But the people in the world, man, this stuff is about to catch them by surprise, man. They're not going to be expecting it, right? It's going to come like a thief in the night to them, you know? But I'm going to get back in this video.
Forces, 78 of these nuclear codes transmitted since midnight, which is absolutely insane. I haven't heard this many since last year when Israel and Iran were launching missiles at each other, and when all of that was going on, and when Culinary Night was happening. So something big is about to go down. I don't know if it's India and Pakistan. I don't know if it's related to Spain and Portugal with the big power outage. I want to update you guys on that. Also, I'm going to update you on Pakistan. But 78 emergency action messages in just about 12 hours is absolutely insane. So our nuclear forces here in the U.S. are on maximum alert. And what you're looking at here is the flight path of a U.S. nuclear war command and control plane that was in a standby pattern last night when all of these emergency action messages were being broadcasted. And it was basically doing a standby pattern here in the event that launch orders need to be transmitted to our submerged nuclear-armed submarines right off the coast of New Jersey and Long Island. This is extremely unusual for one of these planes to be scrambled so late at night. This was like around 1 a.m. Eastern time.
Right, so we basically get a gist of everything that's happening. The Third World War is building up, man, and it's about to happen soon, you know. So to all of the people out there that don't think this stuff is going to happen, man, it's going to happen, man, And I'm going to go to this precept. This is Revelations chapter 11, verse 14. And it says in the KJV, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." And that third woe represents this third world's war, which will be fought with thermonuclear missiles. That's what's about to come. But before like I said earlier in Matthew 24:6, we know that the MOTB has to be made mandatory first before ultimately that it can go nuclear and this place America get destroyed. But I mean, all of these things are around the corner, man. It's coming soon. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to say with today's video. All's willing to be edifying. Just a quick little update of things that's taking place. Till the next time, I'm going to say shalom.